Hey YouTube! Hi. How's it going? Weirdo. Vlog day. Today's vlog day. It may not seem like it. Well, maybe it does. I haven't uploaded anything in about a week, and I haven't really vlogged in a week. And I kind of did that on purpose. I sort of felt like I was doing it so much, like it was almost like every other day, and it was getting a little much, and I was worried that I was going to burn myself out on it, because I do that a lot. I'm always like really into bead making or something, and I do it so much for like a week and a half, and then I'm just like burnt out and I don't want to do it for like months. And I was worried that I was going to get really sick of it and not be as into it, and then I was going to go on like a huge hiatus, and I didn't want to do that. So I gave myself a little break just to kind of live my life a little bit. Did some dishes. Did some laundry kind of thing. And I just sort of hung out, and actually I was just really lazy. I just kind of stayed in my PJs. Not to mention, we had this like giant cold of a storm. For those of you who live in the UK or who don't live in America, we had like a huge, I don't know if it touched you guys or not, but we had a huge like ice, they called it like an Arctic blast, which just sounds like crazy. It sounds like some sort of science fiction thing. And like everyone, it was like below freezing temperatures, like everyone was in the negatives. It was crazy, and it was so cold, and yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's kind of heard of it if you've been watching the news like the past week or so. But I think the crazy part about it, it was like no one was safe. It completely covered our entire country. It was just insane. Like, I don't know anybody, like any state or whatever, that didn't get at least a little bit of it. But everyone, I mean, I think the warmest anyone had been last week was 20 degrees. But I'm pretty sure a majority of us were in the negatives. Like, even like southern states, which was like, that's just unheard of. And it's supposed to be like the coldest it's been in like 2 decades. And that, I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. Yeah, so everyone was freezing their giblets off, and the rest of us, and we're just all huddled up in a room and going my last video I did kind of talk about it a little bit while it was actually like right before it really hit. Or maybe it was it was like the day it hit. Because I took my daughter to the bus stop, and I was like, oh my god, the wind. It was the wind. The wind was terrible. I mean, I've been in like a really windy spot before, but what really sucked about this one was that not only was it like super windy, but it was like freezing. I mean, it sliced you in half. You just were like, you couldn't breathe. It would like get in your face, and you couldn't breathe. It was just, it was intense. And trying to get Nora on the bus stop was just, I mean, both of us were like, oh my god. I don't think I wore leggings like for that whole week. I mean, I wore like my thicker ones, my jeggings, because those are like jeans. But even then, like, I was like, you know what, I think I'll just stay inside. I mean, they ended up having I think like 2 snow days. So this past week they had Monday and Tuesday off, which kind of rocked because Tuesday was my son's 2nd birthday. Oh my god, he's 2 now. That's so crazy. January 7th, my little man turned 2. we're not having his party this weekend or anything. Everyone was sort of expecting that, and I didn't want to do that because not only does he have his cousin whose birthday is this Saturday, which is tomorrow, but he also has 2 other cousins, one of which she's going to be turning, I believe, 3 or 4. She's going to be turning 3, I think. And her birthday is the same day as Ivan. And then I believe today or yesterday was my other niece's birthday. So there's 4 kids under the age of 3 and under. All their birthday fall on the same week. And then I found out my cousin's daughter, so I guess she's like my second cousin, her birthday is also on Ivan's birthday. Or they share the same birthday. That didn't really bother me because it's like, she lives pretty far away, and I don't see them that often, and it's not like they have to share it or anything. And I don't really care that their birthdays fall on the same week, but everyone wants to have that party, their party, on the same weekend or the weekend before. And I was just like, you know what, guys, have fun with that. I picked the 3rd weekend on a Sunday, and we're just gonna do a restaurant thing. I didn't have to pay for like an extra room, which was nice. Like a party room or anything. I just picked like a nice family restaurant. It was the same restaurant we did last year. Everyone seems to like it. It's like a Mexican restaurant. It's really nice, and it's fun. I think everyone enjoys it. And I figure, you know, that way I don't have to pay a bunch of extra money to make sure everyone's having a glorious time. My house is just way too small for all the family, and I figure this way, everyone just has to pay for their own meal. I don't have to pay for anyone's meal, which is awesome, because I just don't have the money for that. It's different, like, buying a pot roast and making a pot roast for maybe 5 to 8 people, but this might, I mean, it's so flip-flop with my family. Sometimes I get like 20 to 30 people coming to one of the kids' birthday, and then the next year maybe like 8 people show. So it's just whatever. It's just really topsy-turvy. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing right now, and that's not a bad thing, but I do miss everybody. That's why I've actually been thinking about the Lord of the Rings party coming up in March like crazy lately, because I just keep thinking like, oh my god, I can't wait to see everyone again. I did get to see my friend Frey and Severus not too long ago. That's just like what we call them. That's not actually their real names, but I think it's fun. That's like their names on Facebook, and I'm just so used to calling them Frey and Sev that that's just what I call them. I think my one friend legally wants to change her name to Freya, which would be pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool name, I have to say. But they're awesome, and they're beautiful, and they're adorable, and I love hanging out with them. They're so fun. They're like they like feed into my nerd side, and we just like feed off each other, and we just get super nerdy, and I'm like, oh my god, I love them. Because they're into stuff that like my other friends are just kind of like, that's nice, Dory, that's nice. And like me and Andrew really love, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but Repo the Genetic Opera, or Repo Man, or is it Repo? I think it's just Repo. Repo the Genetic Opera. It's kind of crazy. It's like an evil, not demonic, gritty. It's like a gritty, dark musical, and I like it. It's fun. And then the same people who did Repo also did The Devil's Carnival, which I think there's a sequel coming out, and that's pretty cool too. It's not, I tend to gravitate towards Repo a little bit more, mainly just for the story, but the music in Devil's Carnival is pretty awesome. If that sounds fun to you, feel free and check those out. They're pretty nifty. It's kind of got this crazy underground cult following. I did not realize like how many people were into it, because I'd never heard of it, and we just happened to find it, or Andrew heard it from a friend, I'm not really sure. And then we started watching it and fell in love with it, and then we ran into my friend Frey and Seb, and they were like, oh my god, you guys have heard of it? No wait, I think they actually saw it here at our house, and they were like, what is this? And we like told them about it, and they were like, oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, and then I found out my friend Matt was the one who was like, you guys know Repo? And we're like, yeah, and he's like, this is awesome, and so we were all excited, and it's just like, it's cool. It's like, it's so surprising when you find out other people know about it, because it's just kind of, it's just a really weird thing. Like, people you wouldn't think would know about it are really into it. Like, I never in a million years thought Matt would be into something like that. But you know what? He's like the male version of me, so that kind of makes sense. Repo, yeah, so check that out. Repo, I think it used to be on Netflix, but I'm not so sure. I think The Devil's Carnival is on Netflix, though. So if you have Netflix, check that out. It's pretty cool. Hi, baby. I'm sure you could find it on the internet or something. What? Yeah, boo-boo. My necklace? Oh, we got my son the Avengers, like, dolls for his birthday. Well, actually, half, or like 3 of them we gave him for Christmas, 2 of them we gave him for his birthday. And, they're really cool, and I like them, and I think he likes them too. What? I don't know. Well, anyway, my initial reaction, because I was playing with him, I was like, I had, I think, Thor and Hulk, and I was having them fight, and then I was like, wait, you know, I'm just kind of promoting violence by doing this, because then he thinks, oh, if I have a cool friend, I should beat him up. So then I was like, let's hug it out, and I had them hug, and it looked like they were romantically involved, and then I had them waltzing and dancing, and then they were all dancing together, and he really liked the dancing part, and I just was like, why have I never thought of that before? Like, I've always... What, buddy? You got a scratch? Mwah. Is that better? But when you take, like, 2... These are Nora's Monster High dolls. She's, like, naked. Okay, so when you take 2 dolls, and, like, the first reaction is to, like, fight, and I'm like, I'm just promoting, he's just gonna think, like, that's how you're supposed to react to people, and I'm like, I don't want him thinking that that's normal. So then I started having them, like, let's dance, let's be friends. So the Avengers dance, and they're friends, and Thor and Hulk, I think, are romantically involved. They looked a little friendly when I was playing with them. So, no, we're gonna go bye-bye soon. So, yeah, that was fun. So, I had a couple people wondering where I got my shoes, and the shoes themselves actually thrifted at a Goodwill. Oh, I think 2 years ago, and they were about, I think, $3, which were awesome. The spikes thing is actually the clips that I got, collar clips that I got from Amanda for Christmas, and I showed in a previous video. And because it's pleather and I didn't really care about, you know, ruining it, I poked a hole on one side and the other, and now they look like these cool spiked shoes. It's like a totally different boot. And the reason I did that is because I've been really wanting, like, these popular shoes that are coming out where everyone's getting, like, spikes and stuff and studs in their shoes. And it's really cool, and I've seen some at Target that I really like. They're almost like high-top tennis shoes, but they have all these spikes on them, and normally I don't really care for high-top tennis shoes, or high-top sneakers. But they're just really nifty looking, and I was like, man, I want a pair of those. So, I don't know why I thought of this, but I had the wacky idea to do the collar clips to my boot, and I think it's because, like, I haven't really been wearing collars that much, and when I do wear them, it's usually, like, in the spring and summer, and, I don't know, I don't know if I would wear it that often in spring and summer, so I decided to just add it to my boot, and I like it, I'm pretty proud of it. I'd like to get more and stick them on other stuff. Like originally, I had a sock hat on. I wanted to try and put on the sock hat, but it just didn't hang right and it looked weird. So then popped in my head to do the shoe, and I was like, oh, I should do a shoe. That'd be cool. And it was. It was pretty cool. I was pretty proud of myself. So now it's like I got more jewelry on my feet. And that was pretty fun. I think it looks really nifty. It looks like it almost belongs there. Because it's such a popular thing right now to have studs and stuff on your shoes. That, and it's the rocker side in me. I don't really know how to label my style. Because I think it's very... I don't want to say it's mom. It's like mom-ish. Because moms get a bad rap. When you think like mom clothes, you're thinking like really front butt pair of jeans and like a button up or like a polo shirt or something. Or just like a regular t-shirt and like a sweatshirt over it. And people kind of, yeah, it's nice. People kind of assume that when you talk about like, I don't know, like you don't really hear mom couture very often. And when you do, it's like, everyone thinks of like Chico's. It's a Chico's kind of day. Which I do like some of Chico's stuff. I would never shop there just because they're expensive. But, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, oh, leopard print. Whoa. And zebra stripes. She's a festive mom. You know, she likes to have a margarita every now and then. Yeah. Yeah. I don't drink that much. No. I do like margaritas, though. But you know what I mean? Like, I was the same way. I was like, ugh, mom's dress ugly. And some do, I guess. I guess a lot of people dress ugly. Well, I don't know if they dress ugly, but they just a little too comfortable. I think you can totally be comfortable and look fabulous at the same time. I don't know why people feel like, if you don't like wearing heels, don't wear heels. You don't have to wear heels. You can wear ballet flats. People may judge you, but I don't care. You shouldn't care either. I never understood that, why people just get like, to be fashionable you have to wear heels. I don't really wear heels. The one pair of heels I do have, that much. And it's like this wide and this thick. So, I mean, I don't do stilettos because I know I'll die in them. And, you know, like, they make you feel like you have to wear, like, tons and tons of makeup. I personally like wearing tons and tons of makeup. Mainly just on my eyeballs. But you don't have to do that. You can go for a more natural look. You don't even have to wear foundation. You can just do, like, a little light blush or something. Like, if your skin's pretty nice, you don't really have to do a whole lot. In fact, I would prefer you not do anything because you're just going to ruin your beautiful skin. So just add a little rouge or something, or just put some lipstick on. You don't even have to do that. You know, just put some gloss, chapstick, whatever. Just hydrate your face, and that'll look awesome. Like, you know, just because you may not have the perfect body, or I don't know, you can't afford to get super nice stuff, which I can't either. Don't limit yourself, you know. Being fashionable is not about being, you know, super rich and trendy. Like, I don't really follow trends that much. I mean, there's trends that I like the studs that I put on, like the studs they have on shoes, but I can't afford to get those, so I kind of make my own. You know, if there's a kind of necklace that you really want, instead of buying a really expensive necklace, which I have a hard time doing anyway, because most of the time it's nickel plated, and that breaks me out. So I have to kind of improvise. I usually go to like a craft store. You buy one really cool pendant for about $3 to $5, and I know that sounds like a lot, and it is kind of a lot, but We're in troubling times, people. Economy has gone down the loo. But anyway, you should totally just buy an awesome pendant that you absolutely love. You can get string. I've used like string. I've used like for beadwork and stuff. I've used thread. I just double up the thread, you know, because I normally can't wear chains. I think this was sprayed though. It's got enough like paint, I think, on it, paint plating or something, that it doesn't break me out, which that's a rare occasion, but it does happen sometimes. But you don't want to waste your money on something that may or may not break you out. So you can easily just do that. And if you feel like you're not skilled enough, I mean, everyone's got a friend who does beads, who knows how to do beads, or just look it up online. There's plenty of tutorials. You don't have to do anything crazy. You know, if that's what you want, you can make earrings. Like, my friend Amanda made me these awesome acorn earrings, but they break me out, so I can't wear them all the time. I tried doing, like, the nail polish thing before, but it ends up, like, chipping off after a while. And I don't have any clear nail polish, otherwise I might try it again. Maybe if I get some clear polish, I'll do that. But I hear it does work, but I don't think it lasts as long as people may say, because I think I was only able to wear it like for 2 weeks before it started breaking me out again. Maybe it depends on how much you wear and tear on them, whatever you decide to paint, if you're allergic to nickel, but whatever. You know, I'm just trying to like help people out for when it comes to not having a lot of money, but you want to dress nice. The only reason I've been able to get like these trendy dresses and stuff lately is because, one, I had Christmas money. It was all stuff I had to wait an entire year to get Christmas money in order to buy stuff that I wanted. Hi. And I shop at Marshall's and TJ only because I get gift cards because my husband works at that warehouse. If I didn't get those, I wouldn't shop there. Plain and simple. And that's that. So, I mean, if you think I'm super trendy, I'm really not, because I just happen to have the gift cards. If it weren't for the gift cards, I wouldn't ever shop there, which apparently they told Andrew that they're not going to be doing gift cards anymore as an incentive to try to get people to work harder. Which sounds like a bunch of bull to me. I'm like, which it just really sucks because those gift cards come in super handy when, like, I call them the birthday seasons, because in July, I swear to God, there's like 8 birthdays, and it's all like nieces and nephews, and then like January, everyone's freaking birthday is this week, and stuff like that. So it's really nice to have those gift cards because I'm able to buy them high quality stuff that I wouldn't normally be able to get. And it just kind of sucks because that's going to dip into my budget now. And now I'm going to have to get them a little less quality of a toy, or you can't really thrift a toy, because I wouldn't mind a thrifted toy as long as it's in good condition and it's clean. That doesn't really bother me. But some people kind of frown upon that, and not everyone's kind of gone with the thrifting movement quite yet, so I can't necessarily buy a thrifted gift for my nieces or nephews. I think a lot of their parents might be like, ew, it's used. Which, I mean, I kind of get that, you know, it is a little weird, but never get a puzzle or a board game, anything that has to do with, like, it needs pieces. Don't thrift it. That's like the dumbest thing you can do. Because you know why they thrifted it? Because they're missing pieces. They always miss pieces. I don't know why people think that's a great idea. I don't even know why they bother selling the puzzles and stuff, because you know they're going to be missing things. Besides, you can get a really decent puzzle. I got a 1,000-piece puzzle for $1 at the dollar store. And it was big. It wasn't like a little one.
Mommy.
What?
How much?
Oh, did you push buttons again? Maybe you should stop doing that. Stop pushing buttons, little guy. Stop pushing buttons. Yeah, I just don't understand why people feel like you have to be super rich to be...
Mommy.
To dress nice. And it's not like I dress nice every day. I just dress up when I go out, really.
Mommy.
I'm usually just kind of hanging out at home. What? Come on, we gotta go wake up your dad. So, hope this was fun. I had fun.
Mommy.
I hope these little tips kind of help. Oh my gosh. Can you give me a minute? Can I say bye? You want to say bye?
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye-bye. I love you.
Bye.
What? I love you. Close enough.